Is now a good time to invest subject to? Hell yes, for sure. Think about it. So now the properties that you would want to buy, right? There are lower interest rates. So they're 2%, 4%, 5% interest rate. Anything lower than 7% interest rate is pretty good. All right. So they're lower interest rate, meaning that the mortgage is going to be cheaper, and there's going to be a lower payment. So getting these properties subject to would be easier because it's just cheaper. Okay. So then the other question is, well, why would they, right? Why would they? So that's what I was trying to get to. Why would they want to sell their lower interest rate mortgages, their cushy 2% loans, properties, and get out of that so that they can go buy another property with 7% interest rate? Why would they? Okay. You have to understand that subject to homeowners or sellers, right? The people that would be selling to you subject to are not regular sellers. Okay. Right now, they don't even know that they need to sell. Okay. And that's where you have to make the deal happen. That's that's why you're an investor. That's why they need you. So they don't know how they're going to make it happen. Here is the thing. They need to leave. For whatever reason, they need to leave. They need to leave because relocation, again, bankruptcy, divorce, all kinds of reasons why. Here is another thing that I see happening. All right. So they have equity now, right? Because the value of the properties went up the other day. It's crazy market. Oh my God. Now my house is worth what? A lot more. So they refinance into the lower interest rate and it's great. But now they're essentially trapped, because now you can't get out your house to go buy a new one because the interest rate's going to get you on the outside, so they're pretty much trapped. There's no opportunities to move up or anything. So they're in there. Okay, so they're going to do some repairs, or maybe they're going to go and try to get those credit cards, high rate interest rates, credit cards paid off. So they get a home equity line. That's a famous thing because I got all this equity now. So why don't I just use it? So what happens? They get a home equity line and they use it up to pay off high interest rate credit cards, or create a project or something like that. Maybe they got into business or something like that, some crazy thing like that. And so now they've got a pretty high payment to make, right? So it's almost as if they got a 7% interest rate, because now they've got a higher amount of credit and higher payments to make, because those home equity lines are not cheap, right? So what happens now is, especially if they paid off those high credit cards, balances, what happens? They get charged up again. And so now they're in an even deeper hole. That's why people need to leave. You can never really ever say why somebody wants to sell, or why, there's all these different reasons. You can never predict and put yourself in their shoe, because it's not the same, right? So now they're in a deeper hold, and that's why they want to sell, right? So it's just a matter of getting to these people, and I just gave you the answer right there. You can check for people who have high interest rate seconds, or home equity lines that you can kind of like reverse into. You find these people, and then you can find the ones that would sell subject to. All right. So that's the answer. And yes, it's a good time. All right. So just hit me up with any questions you have down below. All right. I'll talk to you soon.